Hello ghouls, today I have a very special video. Ghost is not just a band, it's an experience, and with every tour, fans take home memories that last forever. But today it won't be me telling the story, it'll be you. For this video, Ghost fans share their favorite moments, emotions, and memories that made this tour truly unforgettable. And this is what they told me. From unforgettable moments to raw emotions, let's relive the magic of the Skeletour through the voices of the fans themselves. Let's go!
My name is Tessa, also known as Copia Person. I attended 3 ghost shows this Skeletour in Europe, 2 of which in Germany and 1 in my home country, in the Netherlands. I had general admission standing tickets for all, and for Amsterdam I had a VIP in the Ascended tier.
My name's Katie. My social media name is KatieKins0311. I attended the London Ritual on the 19th of April 2025 and the Copenhagen Ritual on the 17th of May 2025. We had seated tickets for both events. I'm not comfortable standing at the moment due to previous injuries and health issues. But yeah, we were seated for both of the rituals that I attended.
What's up, ghosties? My name is Autumn, and I went to the Omaha and the Denver rituals. For Omaha, we had the VIP seated, and for Denver, we had general admission pit tickets.
Hi, I'm Georgie. I'm at Ghoulg on Instagram. I went to 2 rituals. I went to the first show in Manchester in the UK, and I was Ascended VIP for that. And I also went to Copenhagen in Denmark, and I was GA for that.
What was the atmosphere like outside the venue before the show? Did you meet other fans while queuing or waiting?
The atmosphere outside the venue was, all 3 times, I think it was amazing. It was a very friendly one, just a very nice one. Everyone looked amazing costumes, amazing shirts, amazing cosplays. For Amsterdam, I was in a full Papacopia cosplay, and it feels really freeing, it feels really nice, and a lot of acceptance and just excitement, and that bonds everyone. And I will say, exchanging bracelets and other stuff gives people that aren't really sort of like socially advanced to have an opening to talk to others, and I belong to that group, so that was a really great experience.
Yes, we went up to the O2 because the doors didn't open till I think 6:30. Because we were seated, we didn't need to queue, but I knew I wanted to be there and see other people. And the atmosphere outside the O2 was just amazing. There were so many people. It was so amazing to see other people that loved Ghost as much as I did, because I've kind of been not outside of the fandom, but never massively into it. So it was a little bit crazy for me to see so many people, and I saw people there that I recognized from social media who I now consider to be dear friends, because I have met them since that point, and it was amazing. Like, again, if you have Ghost, you have everything.
As far as the atmosphere goes for all of it, it was super friendly. A lot of people brought different little goodies and gifts. We brought some thermal stickers that we were able to trade, and it was really amazing to just have that kind of community bond where everyone's just sharing and caring, even for like water, sunscreen, like sometimes the face paint makeup. Everyone was just really supportive and very friendly and like willing to participate with each other.
So in Manchester there was a lot of anticipation because nobody knew what the set list was, nobody knew what the show looked like, and nobody had seen Pat the Perpetua perform yet. I was VIP, so I wasn't waiting in the GA line, but I did walk past the GA line to get to VIP, and the atmosphere was great there. I met so many fans there. They gave me bracelets they made, they gave me art, we chatted about the band, we chatted about, is this your first ritual, what have you seen it before? And there were so many ages, and the crowd was really diverse. They were playing Ghost songs. It was like a little lobby we were in, and they were playing Ghost songs on the speakers, and all the signers were there. It was really exciting. And then in Copenhagen, I didn't speak to that many people in there, but then you could feel the excitement.
How was it to finally see Papa and the Ghouls live?
It was amazing to see V and the Ghouls live for the first time. I will say the first thing I thought when I walked into the venue and I saw the new curtain, I looked at it and my first thought was, oh my god, that looks like Copia's pants. Because for some reason I need to see Copia in like everything. The one thing that I think everybody can agree with is it's amazing to see him emote, to see how happy he is, and see him smile. Like, that's just great, and it's good to see, and I'm very glad that he gets to do it like this now, because it also looks badass. It looks amazing. And I'm happy for the Ghouls. At first I wasn't sure about the new outfits, but I think they are very light and not as thick and hot for them. So
the actual concert was amazing. We were sat quite high up in the arena, and I wish we hadn't been that far away, but still you could feel everything, you could see everything. It was just amazing. When that kabuki curtain drops, the scream that came out of me was primal. I wasn't expecting to react as much as I was and have such a visceral, emotional attachment to this. Walked away from it. I couldn't sleep that night. It was just incredible. When we got back home, I don't live in London. When we got back home, we immediately went to a tattoo parlour, and I had a tattoo. So I now have a crucifix on my foot to commemorate this. Copenhagen hit different because I knew what was coming. I've done this before now, and it was incredible. Our seats were so close to the stage. We were right on the right hand side of the stage as you're looking at it. So we were near Dewdrop and the Goulettes, and we were so close. So the way it was angled as well, there was no kind of heads between us, and we could see everything so clearly. Papa was right there. He looked at me a couple of times, maybe delusional in thinking that he looked at me a couple of times, but it felt like he did. The Goulettes were so interactive with the audience. Like, people were sending them hearts and blowing kisses, and they were throwing them back.
One of the funny things that happened during Denver is, other than just the little small antics of the Ghouls and whatnot, doing the different things, Umbra with the cowbell is always fun. But there's a point where Papa just gets done running across the stage, super out of breath, and we're all kind of just like staring, waiting to see what he's gonna say. Thinking it's gonna be like this really emotional speech or something really impactful, and he says, "How the fuck do you guys breathe up here?" And it was really humorous because, one, super not expected, but two, for all of us that normally live at a pretty high elevation, we kind of forget sometimes that if you're used to sea level, it's a massive difference in what you can do and how well you can breathe. But I definitely didn't take away from the performance. Did an amazing job with Elizabeth, Ritual, and every other song that was on the set. We got really, really lucky with that set.
I remember when the key thing that sticks in my head is when the curtain dropped. Obviously the first time, didn't know what to expect. Peacefield wasn't out yet, like the album wasn't out yet, but it was a gorgeous song, loved it straight away. I'm actually in the Peacefield video for like 2 seconds. The feeling when the curtain dropped down, unmatched, best feeling ever. And when I listen to Peacefield now, that feeling still happens at that moment in the song, because it just takes me back there, and I'm sure it does for a lot of people as well. Yeah, when they came out, I was like, this is just bigger than I could have even imagined. I don't really have the words for the actual, unless you've seen it, even pictures don't really do it justice of the stage design, the costumes, everything. It doesn't do it justice. It's incredible, and the whole team have put so much work into that, and it paid off. It's unreal. I can't even explain it. And then when Papa came out, I just started screaming. I was just screaming. I was sort of laughing and sort of like
What was the most emotional or powerful moment of the show for you?
Was in Frankfurt, so the first show I went to this tour. I had not expected to hear Call Me Little Sunshine live ever again. It's my favorite Ghost song. It's my favorite song of all time, I think. I have it tattooed twice now on me, and yeah, it's absolutely my favorite. And I did not expect to hear it live again because it's so quintessentially Copia. And they had played Majesty in that slot in all the other shows this tour. So when in Frankfurt I heard that first note, I was bamboozled. I was shocked positively. I was like, it's Call Me Little Sunshine. Like, I was staring up, and especially with V like kind of floating in the back.
So Dewdrop was so interactive with us, coming over, waving, blowing kisses, and he was throwing out picks. And I caught one of them. He pointed straight at me and threw a pick. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to catch that. And felt something bounce off my leg. And it was this. It was a used pick, which is all scratched up, like he likes to do. And it is one of my prized possessions. I sobbed when I got this. I love this. It came off stage. It came out of Dew's hands. And I adore it. We also were able to get hold of some mummy bucks in Copenhagen. I have some here. These are also prized possessions. I adore them. And this guy was with me at both of my rituals. I did buy a frater in London. He is here. I also adore him a lot, but we only had so much luggage room to get to Copenhagen, so it was only this one that came with me. And I held them both so tight in London, and this one was with me the whole time in Copenhagen.
I think when it comes to Denver, Dance Macabre had to be like my favorite part. It's definitely got an emotional place in my heart, especially now. But Right Here, Right Now had just come out, and on my first date with my then boyfriend and now fiance, we watched Right Here, Right Now. And he wasn't a big Ghost fan, and I was already pretty into the band. And it was a really magical moment just to be there with him, like in all the sprinkling little confetti, just singing along, enjoying each other's company. And it was a fantastic moment. There's something about being in the middle of all that confetti that's really, really, it's fun, it's exciting, and it makes you feel like you're in a dream. But the other part of why it's a super emotional thing for me now is that he had initially wanted to propose during the concert, and he did it afterwards. And now Dance Macabre is going to be our first song that we dance to as husband and wife.
Probably one of the most emotional moments of the shows were seeing Papa's emotions in general, because obviously the half mask, you can see his emotions a lot more, and just feeling the energy of the crowd when Satan Eyes in particular was performed, the blasphemy, heresy. It was awesome. I actually looked around the crowd at that point. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I really hope actually if they do any more dates that they add Marks of the Evil one, because I think that would have the same effect. I think that would be really cool.
Did the no phone policy affect your experience in a negative or positive way?
I think the no phone policy really affected the experience in only a positive way. There was just a connection between the audience, the band, the music, like it all, like we all go like this, like in the most positive way, and you're really able to feel and to be in the moment, and everyone was dancing, everyone was singing. It was just an amazing experience, and I'm dreading to go back to phone concerts now, because when I see it on TV, I see everyone like this. I'm like, oh my god, that's not very nice. It's kind of, now I realize how disrespectful that actually is towards musicians, because they're entertaining you and you're like this.
I really hope more artists take that on. Been to plenty of gigs in my time, and the no phones everyone's so in it with you. I can't imagine in both of our gigs, we were talking to the people around us, which has never happened at other gigs that I've been to because everyone's been obsessed with their phone. You're watching the gig through other people's phone screens. And I'm so glad that he's said, I don't want this anymore. I want people engaged with each other and what's going on the stage and enjoying the moment rather than recording it for a video you'll probably never look at again. You might look at it a couple of times, but honestly, it's not the same as being there and enjoying your moment. It's incredible. And I really hope that they stick with it.
Just because being in the moment and spending time with one another and then just meeting all the different people around us that have also been impacted by Ghost was a really amazing feeling to speak with people, to kind of understand what their perspective is and what got them into it and how there's a lot of different stories, but at the end of the day, everyone's kind of got this piece of them that they really hold on to and love. And we didn't really run into too many people that were kind of casual fans. I felt like most of the people that we spoke with were fairly involved and that this band had made a fairly important impact on them, as it has for my life and my fiance's. And so it's amazing just to see how widespread that is.
I wish every artist would do this. I know not everyone's a fan of it, but the amount of people that were sort of dubious about it, wasn't really sure about it, and then went to a show, have completely turned their mind around on it. And I think a lot of the people that are still unsure on it either haven't experienced it, haven't been to a show, or are just trying to pick fault because I get that some people are concerned about not having the phone, but you can access the phone, you just have to leave the arena bar. But for me, the crowd was so much more engaged, and I think that might play a role in how good these shows are and how much everyone is enjoying them, because everybody is so involved, so invested. And I will say, there was a moment that sticks in my mind where it went completely dark. I can't remember what song it was after. I don't know if it was just before the encore. I can't quite remember, but it was completely dark and there was some smoke sort of floating around on the stage, and Papa came out of the smoke, and that just lives rent-free in my head. And with the phones, if there was phones, it would not have been half as impactful.
What would you say to someone who's never been to a Ghost show before?
And what I would say to someone who's never been to a Ghost show is go to one. No, but yeah, only if you want, of course. No, but it's good music, it's a good time. It's a sense of belonging and community that I don't think are in a lot of band spaces. Of course, they all have their own community, but I think this one allows for so much creativity and so much freedom to express yourself, and the accepting of people who are different is amazing. So I would always recommend to go.
If you've never been to a Ghost gig before, or you're not sure if you should go, just do it. Book your ticket. Go. If you can go, go. I cannot recommend it enough. It'll be one of the best shows you ever watch, you ever see. It'll be one of the best atmospheres you've ever been in. The people are beautiful. Everyone's costumes and everyone is just, it's amazing. It's the love we all have for the band and for each other. It's infectious, and you should 100%, if you have the means to do it, you should do it.
For anyone that hasn't been to a Ritual yet, I would say if you can go, you should just go. Doesn't matter, what type of ticket you can afford. Doesn't matter if you're gonna dress up or come in a t-shirt, or if you have friends and someone to go with, or if you're just gonna go alone. You will find people to talk with, to interact with, to dance with. We spoke with so many people, and I'm not necessarily an extrovert by nature, but we spoke with so many people. It's a super inclusive community that really does work hard to foster connection. The ghouls in person don't really get captured as well in videos. Their antics and Their performance is 1,000% better in person. Papa is amazing. I mean, seeing him run around stage, I was getting tired. But also just the clarity that you hear in the vocals and the emotion behind them that isn't necessarily like a recorded version. You definitely hear the raw power and the tenor in Tobias's voice. And it's very comforting. It's kind of like a warm little blanket that you get to wear.
In terms of someone who's never been to a ghost show, I'd say if you're already a fan, you're going to become even more of a fan. You're going to have the best time. Whether you go alone, go with people, I would encourage you to go. Doesn't matter what ticket you get, VIP, seated, way up in the top, standing, whatever. Just go to a show, because I can't stress to people how at these shows, they're not just, it sounds really cheesy, they're not just concerts, they are an experience. They will impact you, it will create such great memories, you'll meet the nicest people, it's such a nice crowd. And I'd say if you're not a fan and someone's asked you to go, or you're just curious, go anyway, because 90% of people, 95% of people that I've seen who weren't fans have gone to the show and then become fans afterwards because they've just been so impacted by how good it was. What have you got to lose at the end of the day? It's an experience. I would honestly say to anyone, go to a show. I don't care if you're a fan, I don't care if you're not a fan, just go, because it is one of the best things I've ever seen visually.
And that's a wrap. Huge thanks to all the amazing fans who shared their stories and memories from the Skeletour. It's incredible to see how this band brings people together from all around the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. And of course, let me know in the comments if you went to the Skeletour and what your experience was like. Until next time.
See you on the flip side. Bye bye.
As Papa says, just go out and live your life, goddammit.
I really appreciate it, guys. Vi älskar Gus, and tack så mycket, Tobias Farge. Hej då.
Let's just wait for these new dates to be announced, because I'm so excited, and you should just go live your lives, goddammit.